first. First day of winter. Nauseating, isn't it? The hard way.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And how about you folks joining in and singing this merry old song? Just follow the bouncing hen suit.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Just the other night, while riding in my sleigh, I passed a pretty miss walking on the way. I asked her if she'd like to join me for a ride. She answered yes, and soon she was sitting by my side. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We didn't have a care, romance was in the air. It was a perfect time to kiss my lady fair. She didn't seem to mind, her heart was light and gay. And now we're on our honeymoon in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
One coffee, please.
One coffee. Coming up. I thought all birds spend the winter in Florida.
Oh, dear. At these prices, who can afford Florida?
Many years ago, before there were any automobiles, and before we had electricity or even gas lighting, and when people used horses if they wanted to outside, and oil lamps, and they needed a light, we lived in a small country town. A butcher, a baker, a candlestick. With just townspeople were none more so than the candle maker and his young son Tom. For in white boys were expected to behave like men. Years now, Saturday at 4 o'clock, the candle maker had been making the journey from the church across the way. Because God had been so good and blessed him, he showed his gratitude by giving his hand shine forth as an offering to God. Let your light so shine before men that they may see good and Father. Whenever I read these words, I think of one of our own people. Our friend the candleman. The good shows his love for God by giving his most beautiful candle to light the cross upon our altar. I pray that all always give in this same spirit to show God who blessed us with His child. For a busy week lay ahead. Candle maker has a quantity of Christmas side the outline.
Coming, Father.
No, I'm not going away. I'll be on for service. Look after your mother, son. There are plenty of candles.
Sorry, Father.
Don't forget this week. The second. I have made only one. And remember, both must be taken. Clock set.
Yes, Father.
Goodbye now.
Bye. Bye, Father.
With his father away and his mother extra ready, young Tom with the task of turning out many candles a day. And then there was the old candle for the Christmas Saturday. On that Christmas Eve, the church are the lovers of loving hands, just as churches are today. Then at the manger, where boys and girls would bring the white offering for the children.
Get washed up for supper. Father will be home. Come. Go. Run over quickly. Be careful you don't drop.
Was late for the candle, sir.
You did. Just in. Look who's coming.
Well, son, did you make the church, King?
Yes.
Each member of the family had his own bad thoughts that night.
One of mine made such a worthless candle that won't shine. And after
Young Tom knew what his parents were thinking, that he had failed them, and that he had failed God.
Oh, sweetie, such trouble. I have to make... I wish I could... Candy. Jesus will help.
Was many years ago that the candlemaker's son learned of Christmas, just as we must learn today.
Every once a year when Christmas comes, I pack my sled with dolls and drums, and I'm on my way with happiness for little girls and boys. Oh, there isn't any place too far. I go wherever children are, always on my way with happiness wrapped up in fancy toys. On my Christmas list I've many names and places.
Though we've never seen their faces, we know which one and the good they've done.
Over hill and dale again this year, I brought glad tidings and a good cheer. So until another Christmas day, when I pay another call, I'll say Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas.
Hey, kids, I bet you he's asleep now, I bet you. I feel sorry for Santa. Yeah, man. He's sure tired and worn. Ja. His house looks so wacky, hacky hula.
Him claws blally blally Anton.
Da.
See, he helped everyone at Christmas, but no one they think of Santa Claus. Well, we could do something for Santa if we only just tidied his house.
Sure. Ja, danke.
Sweet. Come on, kids. Let's pitch in. 'Cause we want to do something for Santa. We want to make a real big fuss. We want to do something for Santa. 'Cause he's always doing something for us. I'll polish pans at a brushes. Give everyone shiny face. I'll see all the furniture dusted and things in proper place.
I'll scrub the floor all clean and neat. No spot will pass my knife.
I'll shine his shoes with a boogie beat, and here's the reason why. Oh, we know we owe much to Santa for making every Christmas day. We want to do something for Santa.
Come in our little bay. Thank him for the happiness that came our way.
Oh, we know we owe much to Santa for making every Christmas gay. We want to do something for Santa, and in our little way, thank him for the happiness that came our way.
What's that?
Merry Christmas, Santa!
A Christmas present for me?
Long ago, on a hillside near Bethlehem, sat a very young shepherd, playing a gay, happy tune on his little wooden pipe. In that year, the Emperor of Rome had ordered all the people to be counted and taxed, each man in his own city. And so the highways were soon filled with travelers, returning to the towns where they had been born. On the road were a carpenter called Joseph and his wife, Mary. Their hometown, Bethlehem, was a city now filled with visitors, all looking for places to stay. And by twilight, Joseph and Mary were weary of searching. They had tried to find shelter for the night, and while people with plenty of money to offer were taken care of, Joseph and Mary were always turned away. Each place they stopped seemed to be full. Again and again they were disappointed and had to move on. When they came to the owner of one of the last inns, they were told that it too was full. But then the innkeeper remembered an old barn in back of his place of lodging. It was not much of a place, but Joseph and Mary were welcome to use it. This was where they would stay for the night. And in this old, dingy stable, the animals made room for the unexpected guests. As Joseph made Mary comfortable and the weary tourists took their rest, night settled over Bethlehem. And in the stillness of that holy night, the little town waited silently for the wondrous gift that was to be given. In the sky that night, in the sky above the sleeping city, a strange new star appeared, the Star of Bethlehem, telling of the birth of a great new king to be cradled in a manger. And so it was that Christ the Savior was born in Bethlehem on that silent night so long ago. Nearby in the countryside, the shepherds were watching by their fires. Then, with the star, appeared a light, bright with the glory of angels, angels who sang to them of the birth of a king in a manger in Bethlehem. Full of wonder and surprise, the shepherds hoped to see the child of whom the angels sang. They gathered their sheep together and started toward the town. From the hilltop, they could see the star, and beneath it, they knew they would find the stable whose manger held the heavenly king. On they came, and the first to arrive was the very young shepherd playing his pipe. As he saw the baby with Mary and Joseph, he came close to the manger. Before the holy child, the shepherds all knelt and offered to him the beloved pipe, a sheepskin cap, and a little lamb. And when they had worshipped him, they would go to tell others of this wonderful thing that had happened. Far to the east, there were others who saw the star. In Turkestan, a princely astronomer sat studying his instruments. And suddenly in the sky above, the new star shone. In India, a king watched from the balcony of his marble-columned palace as the star grew larger and larger. And on the desert sands of Arabia, a ruler was gazing toward the heavens, seeing that same star as it told of the new king's birth. To them all, it meant that a king had been sent from God, a king they would worship. Each one set out to follow the star and to bring to the child a gift of love. The astronomer boarded his ship. And sailed over the waves toward the guiding star. The Indian ruler, on an elephant, moved toward the mountains as the star went before him. And from Arabia, across the desert, came the third king on a camel. It was a long journey and a hard one for all of them. But as they followed the star, each came nearer to the land of Israel, where Herod ruled. King Herod also saw the star and sent for his counselors. To Herod's advisors, the star fulfilled a prophecy that a king should be born in Bethlehem, in the land of Judah. And while the eastern kings continued their journey toward Jerusalem, Herod was disturbed by this unwelcome news. Thinking surely that King Herod could direct them to the newborn child, the wise men came to his palace to seek his advice. Perhaps they would find the babe there, in the palace. Herod sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "When you have found the child, tell me that I may worship him also." Of course, the wicked Herod had other plans, for he was jealous of the child king. But the wise men, who would be warned by God, were to return home another way. And so once more the kings from the east took their gifts and followed the guiding star. It led them out the north gates of the city, on toward the Bethlehem hills. Then, above the little town, it seemed to stop. At At last they knew that here, in Bethlehem, they should find the newborn king. They did find him, and with him the young shepherd who had brought the first gift to the manger. They knew that the star had led them to this child who was the king they were seeking. The wise men went into the Holy Family and offered their gifts to the infant Jesus. Filled with awe and wonder, they knelt before him and put at his feet a crown of gold, a chest of frankincense, a jar of myrrh. And they worshipped him, the child of the line of David, the Son of God, the King to be called Emmanuel.